Hey guys, this week, AwesomeCast. Oh, we're back again. We're talking about the Windows Surface tablets. We just got announced all the prices. iPad Mini, it's happening. There's an event. Something's getting announced this next week that's going to be small. All this, Windows shopping, and Irwin Hersh joins us to talk about Pittsburgh Give Camp. It's coming up this weekend, and it's coming up right now. AwesomeCast.
I'm getting awesome. You're getting awesome. We're getting awesome. Yeah, that's what I said now. I'm getting awesome. You're getting awesome. We're getting awesome. Yeah, that's what I said.
Hey guys, it's time to talk tech. This is the AwesomeCast. This is Michael Sorg, your host, here in the studios in Pittsburgh, PA. Ready to, well, like I said, talk tech.
What?
Let's have some fun.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell the people where they can find us.
Well, I got to introduce you guys.
You can tell the people first.
Well, okay, well, tell the people you can find us. We're over at AwesomeCast.com. It doesn't work right now, but it's a good start. At least there's the linky link so you can find the show.
Eventually.
Find us on Twitter. We're on Twitter at AwesomeCast, of course. It kind of makes sense. We're on YouTube where you can find the show. We're on the Stitcher. Please vote for us in the Stitcher Awards. I think that that nomination process is still going on over at Stitcher.com. We're on iTunes. Please review us there if you really dig this show. And hey, we're on Facebook. We're on Google Plus, and you can find us on our Twitters. It's if you're on the video. I'm at Sorgatron.
Yeah.
Of course. Beyond the board, that's at Chachi Says, proprietor of InsertCoinToBegin.com for all your video game and video game needs. What?
That was my showgirl.
That's your showgirl?
Yeah.
And that's why you guys should be watching the video. How you doing this week, Chachi?
I am all right. How are you?
It's real low-key.
My name is Chachi, and it's been a week since I've played video games.
Oh.
What?
Yeah.
How?
I don't have the time. Last night, I worked a 14-hour shift.
Damn.
I just...
And then I keep giving you jobs
Yeah, and
left
then
and
you
right.
fill up my
making you
schedule.
work around preteens. And
Yeah.
Oh,
It
that's
was
weird.
bad.
that's a little bit weird. Also joining us from, where the hell are you again?
I'm in Charleston, South Carolina.
AJ Koptic, virtualpotholes.com, at AJ Koptic on the Twitters.
Hey.
He's the IT dude who travels and does wonderful stunts that make the Red Bull balloon jump guy pale in comparison
Stop.
in his hotel room.
Stop.
I haven't watched it yet.
No. I'm sorry, AJ. All right? I love you, but no.
I'm just trying to
Nothing you do in your hotel room.
No, nothing's topping jumping from space. I'm
Right.
sorry. Nothing. Listen, let me put this out there real quick. I did not jump from the edge of space. I did not require an oxygen
And
suit
landed
to do
on his
anything that I
hotel bed.
did. If anything, I had a very lame free fall of any kind.
He still sounds winded when he gets up.
No records were broken. Red Bull is not sponsoring me. I don't even think like energy shot power bottle or whatever it is. I don't think they would sponsor me either.
What Steven Seagal's? What was the one? Steven Seagal energy drink that from back in the day on the Mayhem show, maybe.
Oh, the Steven Seagal energy drink. There was also the energy and what was the one that Ric Flair does? I've actually seen that, like in store.
Well, you're in the area for it.
Yeah,
It's
they don't-
regional.
I'm in the area.
Yeah,
They don't sell it up here, so we can't
We have
choke on it.
They're wonderful Rippets,
Yeah.
everything like that.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm not sponsored by them either, so that's not, no. That's not what I do. That is not what I do. I'm an IT professional. I travel the Southeast region, building things and putting smiles on faces.
The best description of the whole space jump thing was from Shireman, who said, this guy just stood on the equivalency of a pole step, but the deep end is 127,000 feet deep.
No, I did not get to see any of this stunt stuff, but I have heard so much about it. I just haven't had the opportunity to just jump on Twitter, jump on YouTube and watch the video.
It's over
There's
at
one that's
Red
like 5
Bull.
minutes.
It's at Red Bull. It's on YouTube.
Yeah.
I know one thing. This broke. I think this is a record. When they were streaming it, it was over 800 million views. I think it was.
huge.
It was ridiculous. Plus, it was on Discovery Channel. I know. I was just like sitting around. I was just walking around Walmart and I was getting live updates. Like this guy, like the what was the hashtag you were doing? The
tweets from space.
Tweets from space were hilarious. I only read yours, but
I was ready to poop myself. Like, I'm sitting there, I'm like, all right, this guy's going to back out at the last minute. I'm like, because he's going to look out the...
back out?
I don't know.
What do you do? Just, like, land this capsule? No, you jump. That's this guy, when he went up, he didn't have to go. It's not like, oh, hey, you know what? I'll just stop at the next stop. The next
you know
stop
what?
is space.
You
have to jump at some point.
No, because they were talking about it on Discovery Channel, because I woke up Sunday, and I went downstairs, and I was going to start watching random crap on TV, and I just stumbled across Discovery Channel and the Red Bull Stratus jump, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to watch this crazy dude do what he wants to do. And I'm sitting there, and they're talking about it, because in the event, the way the capsule was set up was that it had to reach the outside pressure. If the capsule inside did not reach the same exact pressure outside, the door wouldn't open.
Mm-hmm. Which is kind of a safety feature.
Yeah. So in the event that would have happened, the capsule itself had its own parachutes to make sure he got back down.
Good. I mean, and plus that stuff had to get back down,
right?
Because there's a lot of footage that was taken up there that wasn't necessarily streamed. There's a lot of science stuff to it. I know that there's been a lot of discussion about that. Yes, this was a crazy ass stunt put on by an energy drink, but still, there's a lot of stuff they did. There's a lot of data they did and all the technology they did to make this thing happen that now is going to be applied to commercial and government space science.
Well, I'm hoping that they take note of the fact that we don't really have a space program, but an energy drink can put a guy almost into space.
How about that? You know, it really doesn't it feel like exactly what we expected? Like watching all those sci-fi movies and seeing, like, you know, the weird things like this, you know, like I don't know, like the space shuttle that would have the equivalent of whatever Red Bull, you know, at the time was, you know, the space sponsor thing. I mean, God, the SpaceX thing that's sponsored by the guy that does Virgin, you know?
Yeah.
By the way, a great interview with him done by Kevin Smith this week. Kevin Smith did a good turn on Smodcast. He ended up on a Virgin flight with Richard Branson and the CEO from Twitter. Somebody realized, huh?
That ends well. That's good. Good for you, Kevin Smith.
It's good. Well, I guess somebody realized that they were all on the plane, so they said, "Hey, why don't you guys all go sit together? Because you're important people," or something like that. And Kevin Smith just he has like this microphone thing for his iPhone, and he just pulls it out and does interviews with them, and there's the podcast. There you go. There you just talk to the guy that's revolutionizing social interaction with Twitter and the guy that's putting us in freaking space. You know, it doesn't get much better than that. And it's cool to kind of get that Twitter. I know we talk a lot about Twitter here as kind of guys that are really involved with that, but it's cool to see somebody else that is involved with Twitter but not necessarily a tech head do the interview. You know, it's kind of like a different flavor of it. So that was pretty cool too. So
really. You just tweeted at me saying that I was ready to poop myself with no context whatsoever.
That's what gets people in. That's what gets people in.
That gets
you
hit.
Build the curiosity, you hook them, you hook them, and they come and enjoy the rest of the show. You know, that's how Chilla got here.
Wow.
I'm sure.
Wow.
That's not how he got here in any way, shape, or form.
No.
Chilla came to listen.
He just wanted to see if we actually read his
could
email.
legitimately watch like probably most of the jump. Mm-hmm. The jump itself only took like a minute or two.
Really?
No, the jump itself took less than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, it took a while because I remember somebody tweeting and like, "Yep, still waiting. Yep, still waiting."
It took 2 hours and 45 minutes for him to get up to where he needed to be and get the capsule door open. Mm-hmm. And let me just state that his point guy on the whole thing was the guy who held the previous record for the longest free fall.
Okay.
All right. So there's this old guy sitting in command center calmly talking to the guy.
Command center.
Yeah,
like they did the whole
in
command
Roswell.
center thing. I heard it was in Roswell. Yeah.
But there's this old guy, just calmly talking him through all this stuff, and I'm like, you know what? And someone else tweeted it. I don't remember who, but I agreed 100% that old guy could probably talk me through anything. Like
was that the guy who looked like Milton from Office Space?
Yes.
Yes, that guy.
Yes. But I mean, as long as he was there doing it, he would be able to talk me through anything.
All right, Chachi. Now what you're going to do is you're going to cut ventricle, and you're going to let it bleed out a little bit. That's okay. You're then going to connect that, and then, like, really, he's going to talk you through heart surgery, Chachi?
Yep.
He's just reading a book.
Yep.
Just talk to you calmly.
Yep. As long as he's able to describe to me what I'm supposed to be doing.
That was pretty awesome. I didn't get to see it live, but I did get to see the video later, and that was
I
awesome
probably
to see this guy he like gets out there and he's just like standing on the platform of this balloon with nothing.
Yeah, they're
nothing.
Like,
it's just him and Earth.
The old guy is like, okay, go ahead and release your umbilical cord and tuck it away safely.
Tuck it away.
And he's like, turn on the cameras. And the guy hit this, like, it was like a medium-sized red button on one of the posts that turned on the cameras. And then...
Turn on the cameras?
What's that?
Have a good time.
Yeah. and then 2 seconds later, he just tumbled. He's just like, peace. I'm out.
Can we at least get, like, can we at least get the jump? When he jumps, because after that, like, once he jumps, it's just a speck of him just, like, dropping.
Mm-hmm.
Can we just like?
I'm working on it.
The like partial video of him just like getting up.
So what? So they shot like. So we had like probably video from the balloon, and from below. Like, well, of course, there's a lot of gap in there. So
the video from below is him just being tiny.
Okay.
Here you go. This is all. Go to YouTube.com. It's like the first thing. There's an advertisement.
I'm bringing it up now.
All right.
Hey, keep it going. Somebody's making money off of that one.
The amount of, like, once you think about it, you're like, this guy's literally standing above the planet.
Yeah.
He's standing there just looking down at the entire world like ain't nothing.
All right, let's see. Is that it? No, that's not it.
That's
down.
Papa Lunchbox.
Yeah, I scrolled down.
That's not right at all.
No.
Nope.
Where'd it go? No.
That's the other one. Oh, there was. Okay. There it is. Now, what are we looking at here?
This is him.
We're completely getting pulled.
Right at finishing his checklist, getting ready to step out onto the platform.
So you need a checklist in order to fall.
Yeah.
So when we talk about amateur falling down on the Mayhem show, AJ, this is professional falling down.
This is professional falling down.
This is professional science.
Oh,
what?
Yeah.
Click here for a better video. Right. That was not cool.
There we go.
So, all right, what am I looking at here?
Okay, he's at item 26 of the checklist of 30.
Okay. Was this what the video mostly was? Was it mostly like this lower resolution kind of thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Because everything was getting microwaved down, so it's not going to be the tip-top thing.
Right.
And that's why I said I think they were taking all the video in the capsule, so they're supposed to be doing a documentary that's going to be on the BBC in the next 2 weeks out of all of this.
Yeah. Now wait for this.
Yeah.
When he steps out.
Okay.
He's grabbing the handles now.
It's just insane. He's just like, all right, well, let me scoot up here. Let me.
And he's wearing a Red Bull helmet. That's amazing. This is my first time looking at anything from this, by the way.
Let's see if I can get the sound.
I have a cord over there. It's hanging out behind it. Oh, I got that. So, okay.
Go a little bit further forward so we can check your chute.
Good. Check the chute. Check the chute, please.
Well, see, he can't check the chute himself.
Your chute's okay, Felix.
They're just checking it from the back?
Yeah.
Like, they're just like,
They're
like,
looking
oh,
at
take
it.
a look. Yeah, it's still there.
Yeah.
You know?
Chutes are not deployed.
It's not deployed.
32 verified cutaway knife handle strap is attached. And knife
What
in
if he
position.
had to pee?
Say Roger if it's so.
It's a space suit. I'm sure it handled it.
All right.
Okay. chest pack faceplate heat is on. Make certain that's is on, and you got a red light.
Is that the guy talking? The guy that previously did this? The Milton guy?
Here we go. Item 34. Disconnect chest pack umbilical.
Umbilical. Now, what am I looking at here? Is that?
That's the
That's
capsule.
the outside of the that's the outside of the capsule, and that is Earth.
So that curvature I see is the edge of the planet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is.
Okay, he's getting ready to stand.
Wow.
Wait till
Wow.
he gets out there.
Felix, give me a short count. Okay. Still umbilical.
This is going to be really bad for the audio people. All right.
No, it's fine. Audio listeners, go to youtube.com. There is a link that goes to Felix Baumgartner's Supersonic Freefall, and basically is the highlight reel.
It looks like you got to log
2.5
out. I'm logged into my YouTube, so
They're still connected.
I don't like that unsure
Felix,
moment
disconnect
there. I was like, it's still connected.
hose.
Okay.
Atta boy. All right, stand up on
Atta
those
boy.
stairs.
All right, now you got to stand up.
Head down. Release the helmet tie-down strap.
Now, what was the previous record on
Start the
this?
cameras.
110,
Golden Angel will take care of you.
109, I think.
And this is
127.
okay. Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. That's tremendous. There's just a planet below you. You're only like one of 2 people that have ever done this before.
Sometimes you have to be up really high.
He says this little thing.
I'm going home now.
He says, I'm coming home now. And boom. Watch. Sorg, you're missing it.
Okay.
And
And
then
there
just
he goes.
falls.
And he just goes. And that's it. And
And
that's
then
it.
they follow him the whole way with an infrared camera.
Really?
That white
That
speck
little
is him.
speck right there.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. That's him breathing?
Yeah.
46.
Wow. Oh, awesome. Okay, that's enough of that. That's enough. That's enough to get us pulled off YouTube.
It's just absolutely
breathing.
insane. And then he lands on his feet.
Yeah, he doesn't even stumble. Like, he hits the parachute. I'm getting there.
Okay.
Come on. I
It's
can
all right.
only do-
It's all right. It's all right.
I had to fix my
He's
mic.
moving at 700 miles an hour.
Wow.
All right.
Wow. Wow.
Now, on more than one occasion, they test jumped with the suit
Mhm.
from like lesser heights. They test jumped at 96,000 feet.
So he did this like multiple times.
He did it 3 times total.
Oh, so this was like nothing by the time he got to it. Pretty much. Well, yeah, just add a little bit more.
Except for the fact that he could see the curvature of the Earth.
Which he couldn't at the other.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I guess it
The
is.
other ones were real
thousands
high.
of
This one
feet.
was insane. And then they cut the chute loose, and the capsule came back down, and they brought it back so they could connect back in.
Wow. Wow.
So yeah, that happened this
I
weekend.
feel a little weird talking about Windows 8 after that one.
Yeah,
I don't, because you know what? It is a bit of a free fall.
Tell us what's going on, AJ.
man.
So Windows 8 is coming very, very soon. I believe it's out officially at the end of the month. You'll be able to get it. Microsoft announced today that the Microsoft Surface RT is available for pre-order for $500 for the 32 gig non-keyboard model. So it's effectively a Windows 8 iPad. For an extra $100, you can get the touch keyboard. For an extra $120, you can get a regular keyboard that attaches to the tablet, and you can use it. This is not really any so much different accessory-wise, other than it is a OEM product and costs a little bit more than an iPad and keyboard combo. However, Microsoft One includes a touchpad on the keyboard, so you can still use a regular mouse, so it can still technically be a laptop. I really like the idea of this product. I really do. I'm just not sure that at $500 and not being able to install whatever I want onto it, it's at that level yet.
This is the RT version, which for those who don't know, that's the Atom-based processor. It does come with Office in the desktop form, but anything else you're going to install on this is going to have to be Metro-based. That whole interface front end that we see.
And have to come through the Windows App Store.
Yeah, the Microsoft Windows App Store kind of thing.
You can't just install anything you darn well please. You have to go through Microsoft. This is effectively Microsoft taking on the Apple model of being the
curator.
The curator, but also the cart maker and the orchard. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. They make carts to take the apples away, and they also have the orchard where the apples come from.
So wow, yeah, that's about right. But so I mean, this and here we are on the cusp of it finally after all this time, and I don't think we really know how are people going to react to this thing.
I think that it's very similar to the way that people first reacted to the iPad.
Okay.
Wherein,
like, what do I do with that?
Right, exactly. The iPad, whenever the iPad first came out, and I was just looking for mine, it's over there somewhere. Whenever the iPad first came out, everybody went, well, this is a giant iPod Touch, or this is an iPhone but bigger. What am I going to do with a bigger iPhone or a bigger iPod Touch? And the issue really comes down to what the developers do with it. If you can get developers to make really cool applications for Windows that take advantage of this interface, you could see this take off. That's not a question, and that's really where I think Microsoft is looking at this. They're saying, listen, we can't be the leader on this. We have to build something and let other people build off of it. We everything nobody's going to want.
And they're already stepping up, like we've seen. Really, the Surface. I from what I take, the Surface is really the Nexus tablet version of this setup. Like, hey guys, this is our vision for this. So take the rest with it. You're seeing a lot of different applications. I got one, Chachi. It's the last story there. So like looking at the tablets or the laptops, there's this one that's a Dell announced actually. I think it was last week. They announced pricing for the XPS 12, which is a convertible Windows 8 laptops tablet. So remember when we saw like those Transformer Primes and all those things that were like they were Android tablets, but you stick them on and they're running Linux or something like that. But they're doing this, but it's not that weird, thing going on. It's still the same operating system. Like, this is kind of the promise. Now, the problem is we find out, do people want this? Are people like, well, that's cool. It's kind of neato, but what am I doing with it? And for $1,200 to start with something like this, of course, XPS is kind of their high-end brand for even Dell. But at least after all this, all those HP touchscreens have a place.
Well, here's where let's take the further step back from all of these convertible tablets that we're now starting to see. The original convertible tablet was the XP Touch Edition that came out a real long time ago with the laptops that had the swivel screen. So you had your regular laptop, and then you could turn the screen around and pull it back towards you. Yep. And then you could use a stylus on it because it was it wasn't capacitive; it was a resistive touchscreen.
My brother had one of those.
So, a cool idea. People just got used to typing, so they never turned the screen around. So they never used the tablet function because it still weighed 6 pounds. And I think this is the big issue with the XPS 12 is the fact that it still weighs 3.5 pounds. My 13-inch MacBook Pro weighs 4.5 pounds, and I don't desire to have the screen turn around.
So the tablet itself weighs that much?
No, the whole thing. The
whole thing together. Which, I mean, you go for a laptop kind of setup like that. That's not bad.
Right, but the thing is that I would like to see. I'm interested in the Windows 8 Pro tablets. which is a tablet with the keyboard dock like the Surface, but can run any Windows app, no matter where it's from. Mm-hmm. And you can dump down to a desktop where you can run the Metro interface. My idea for this would be that I have my MacBook Pro and I also have my iPad. And I use my iPad when I travel because it's nice and I can hold it and read and do all that sort of stuff because I don't want to sit and look at my screen, the same screen that I've looked at all day long. I would like to see the Surface get a little bit bigger. It's a 10-inch tablet now. I would like to see, and this is just me pipe dreaming, and I actually know that they're coming out with these because I think Acer and Asus announced a pair of tablets, a 10-inch and a 12-inch or a 13-inch tablet that clicks into a keyboard dock, just like the Surface does, but has a bigger screen. That, and we're talking now, because I have things that I need for work that I have to have peripherals on. One being a USB to serial adapter for Cisco equipment. I have to be able to use that. If I could use that with a Surface tablet, then I wouldn't need I wouldn't need to carry a laptop and an iPad. I would just carry that, and then when I want to just sit and read, I would pull the screen out of the dock and sit and hold it like a regular tablet. That sounds like a really cool idea. Why isn't anybody making these?
And unfortunately, well, I think it's a really good idea, but I think there's a lot happening. I think there's too many moving parts happening right now because you're making a giant shift on the way Windows works fundamentally, and you're saying, and look at all this stuff it can do with touch. You know what I mean? So I really think a lot of people are just going to get left out in the cold with this that are running Windows 7. I mean, we talked about the IT implications that they're just not going to do it. They're not going to use Metro. But I think because of the difference, this is going to be your Windows Vista because people don't know what to do with it. I think, again, we look at that. You look at a good, it's a good idea, good application for, the one thing or another. But I just think that's too different from people. I mean, if you think about it as a tablet first, but if you drop it on your desktop, it just, I don't know. I just can't see everybody wrapping their head around it.
I have a number of coworkers who use an iPad as their daily driver, where they have a Bluetooth keyboard dock and an iPad. And what they do is they're people who sit in meetings a lot. And they're basically taking notes and doing that sort of thing. And occasionally they'll remote into a box that has a real OS on it that they can, run certain applications with.
Yeah.
I have a couple coworkers who do that. But for the most part, we all still use a regular laptop, even though it's, kind of overkill for most people.
Yeah. It kind of depends. And I know I've seen a lot, I've been noticing a lot lately, seeing at the coffee shops, I see the iPad keyboard combo everywhere, or Android keyboard combo or something like that. They're just meeting that halfway point. They don't need the power for half the stuff they do. I don't need a MacBook Pro if I'm just working on documents, working on write-ups or my newsletter or other content like that. I just needed, when I hit, I have to go edit a video, but I don't know. I think it's going to be a lot of special cases, but I don't think you're going to really start a fire under the general population. But still, if people like that are in the business sector, if they get that, maybe they'll make up for what they're maybe not getting for big deployments, in giant firms, like we've talked about previously. So
yeah, I also don't see the Surface replacing any desktop machines in a office setting either.
No. Unless they were doing some kind of dumb terminal thing. So,
which, by the way, is
apparently. Awesome. Sorry, I said apparently you are, because I had this discussion with no, not that one, with a coworker yesterday. Apparently, in the latest demo release of it, they revealed the option to turn off Metro.
Okay, so they do give you guys that. So I mean, if it was something that you wanted to move to because there were other underlying features that make sense, then
you still don't get a start menu though.
Right.
Well,
I mean, something.
what do you get? I mean, the start menu is Metro, right? So that's just where you go. So
Right, but that's a giant shift for people.
yeah, that's true.
You don't get like the old school.
Unless
There's no like in Windows 7 you can still turn on what they call the classic interface, which looks like Windows 2000. You can still turn
with the gray bar.
You can turn that on and you can get to it so that people have a very similar interface. I've had users in the past who killed me when I replaced their machine because their icons weren't in the right order. These are the people that we're talking about.
People don't like change, you know.
People don't change.
There's an administrative assistant in my firm that will measure everything with a ruler before we replace our machine and mark it with tape. And if it's not back where it was, she'll call you to come down and move it back until it's exactly where it was. I kind of want to give her Metro just to watch her freak out.
All right, let's move on a little bit. This is rumor that's not rumor anymore. Again, thanks, Chiller, for passing along some of this.
Did they make it official?
It is official. Apple sends out invitations for October 23rd. Smaller iPad likely on the schedule. Now, that's next Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch, I can't do it. All right, no live stream from us this time. But, of course, there is what's rumored to be the pictures of the iPad coming around, so I guess that's what we expect.
That's the one I wanted to show here.
Go to... Oh. Go.
There it is.
There it is.
That's the mini one on top of a normal one.
That's the iPad size.
They're mating.
iPad size.
Oh wait, hold on. I gotta make my video bigger because I gotta see this. Hold on. I'm like, Skype. Why don't you do that? Oh. Does anybody want a $500 iPad 3?
Why you want that?
That's what I want.
We'll move up. Check out the.
I want that.
Check out the invitation too. The official invitation. Oh, we keep going to Papa Lunchbox there. It's a silhouette, white silhouette of an apple, a bunch of colors, and the phrase "We've got a little more to show you." Now, rumor is, as I was hearing on Tech News today on my drive into the podcast studio today, Papa Lunchbox again.
Yeah, I don't know what this is doing.
Go to thoughtfulriot.com is what we're trying to tell you.
Yeah, go check out thoughtfulriot.com. It's all right. Supposedly they're going to be doing, of course, these iPad minis, whatever they are.
They're is 7.85 inches.
Yeah.
And rumor, like you've been saying, is it's anywhere from $199 to $350.
But supposedly we're also going to get Mac Minis. We're also going to get a 13-inch Retina MacBook Pro. They say these people. So it is going to be like a small themed thing. So it's going to be kind of fun if they go with that. So there you go.
Right here, this is a cool picture.
What's that?
It's the iPhone 5 sitting on top of an iPad Mini. Sitting on top of an iPad 3.
Real. I'm sure that's not real. So AJ, why do you want a 7-inch version of the iPad you already got? You look very, very dismayed right now.
Listen to me, Apple. I want you to listen real good because I know that you don't watch this. I travel a lot. I've said that a couple times here.
He's in a hotel room.
That's where I am right now. I'm not home. So here's the deal. I have a 13-inch MacBook Pro. I have my iPad. I don't like carrying my iPad because really all I want to use it for is reading, occasional tweeting. Follow me at AJ Cup. You give me a Retina MacBook Pro and an iPad Mini next week, you're going to make me spend money. I want to spend money.
Just throw your wallet at Apple. Just throw it. Pull it out.
There you go. You just hit the camera with a wallet. Where'd you go?
Take my money.
There he is.
Here it is. Here it is. Take it, Apple. Take.
You're like me when they announced the Angry Birds Star Wars. I was like, yep, there you go. There's $100. This $1 right for you.
But no. That's different, Sorg. if they come out with, if Rovio comes out with, I almost said Roxio. When was the last time anybody's used a Roxio product? When Rovio comes out with Angry Birds Star Wars, it's like $1.99 out of your pocket. Not the end of the world. When Apple comes out with new crap, that's like $1,800 that's about to come out of my pocket.
That's like that's a used car.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh man.
So I don't want to speculate too much on it. We'll wait till things get announced, and we'll get into it.
I'm not tempted to go out and buy an iPad 3.
Okay.
And you could buy mine.
No, I'm not tempted to go out and buy an iPad 3.
Okay.
I am tempted to go out and buy an iPad Mini.
Why?
Buy mine though.
Because it's smaller.
Because it's small.
Yeah.
I don't want something that big. That's why I have my laptop for, right?
I don't
like. This is why I when I travel and I want to read, right? Mm-hmm. The iPad is a very large device to hold while seated. Trust me. It's like this sounds like this. By the way, this is the biggest first world problem ever. So don't sweat me and say like, oh, there's people who could really use it, who really want an iPad, who can't afford that sort of thing. I know that. That's why I'm complaining about it. I'm complaining that this is a first world problem. I get that. But listen, what I want is a 7 or 8 inch tablet from Apple. That way I can read my things and not. I love my wife's Kindle. She has, and I think it's a 7-inch screen on the Kindle.
Yeah.
Something like that. I want a Kindle, but I'd also like to be able to do other things with it. Like, I don't want it to just read. Like, if I wanted to just read on it, it's like $79. I go buy one, or $69. I go buy that one right now. And it wouldn't even be a thing. But I that's more stuff I have to put in my bag, and I don't like doing that. So if I could get, again, going back to Microsoft, give me a tablet that I can actually use, and we'll talk, and I won't need any of this crap until Apple announces something again.
Well, speaking of,
I'll be right back.
Speaking of tablets, and we'll talk about that so much more next week, I'm sure, after something's actually announced. At least it's the day of, you know. Comixology has a pretty cool new program coming out called Comixology Submit. Find your audience is the tagline there. Basically, they announced a free new submission portal. So if you're a independent comic producer, we have some friends, our friends over at the Comic Book Pit. A lot of people that we talked to on the site at sorgatronmedia.com from some of the Comic Cons. Now they can put their comic book out digitally for everywhere Comixology goes. This is where if you want to buy Marvel, DC Comics, Image Comics, Walking Dead, all that kind of stuff, Archie Comics they have on here. It's kind of like a Kindle for comic books. Because they have it for the Kindle Fires, they have it for your iPads, your Android devices. I'm sure it'll pop up on the Windows devices if it hasn't already. So that is pretty big, accessibility-wise, that they're doing something like this. There's an approval process. The platform should be available to anyone in the near future who has one or more comics, graphic novels, webcomic, or even short one-shot comics. So
my idea...
You're going back to your idea?
Yeah, could be on there.
Tell people what your idea was again.
It's going to be a one-sheet comic.
Okay.
And it's going to be... That's wrong.
What's that?
That's the Comixology. Oh, no, this is the... I was looking at... Yeah, they have... on this page, they have apps. Like hot apps. And I wanted to see what the one was. Anyhow, my comic idea is a stick figure that pees on things.
All right, and now you have a chance because this is a free place where you can submit that upon approval. But have you seen some independent comics? Sometimes they go a little So there you go.
What's that mean? They're not very good. They have
some are not
content,
very good.
Questionable morality.
But
so you're trying to say that my comic would suck?
Liz, I'm not going to talk about...
I am out. I quit.
I'm not going to talk about...
Do it without me.
I'm not going to talk about the questionable morality of a comic called Ninja Bitch.
Hey, you can't say that.
Ninja?
No, it's the other one.
That was the other show. Oh, okay. All right.
I'd like to apologize for the porn that you never got to see last episode. Yeah, sorry about that.
I got that blurred. I got a nice Gaussian blur on it. It's good. Nobody saw anything.
I know.
Just
I was apologizing.
like this giant blur in the color of flesh. Thanks a lot, Chach.
I didn't know there was bush.
Yeah. It was a
Listen,
site.
I listened to the audio and realized how awkward that was.
I was trying to get the page down. It wouldn't leave.
It wouldn't leave. It was on a 25-inch TV. All right.
That's what they always say, Chachi.
Yeah, well,
They always say it wouldn't leave. It wasn't my fault that my computer went to a porn for charity site. No.
All right, one more.
At least it was for charity.
That's a good excuse. Yes, we talked about porn, but it was for charity. All right.
You think we could cover that on Unsung? Do you think Chris would let us?
I don't know about that one.
It's a non-profit, I'm sure.
One last story, and then we're gonna see. We're gonna talk to somebody about something local going on here in the area. Best Buy will match internet prices this holiday to combat showrooming, says The Verge. Showrooming. You know that thing where you're at Walmart and they have that thing and you take a picture of it and you have the price checker app for Amazon and you just with your Prime hit the button and pay for it and it'll be at your house in 2 days at a better price. Well, so apparently if you do that, you hit your price checker and you show the Best Buy employee, they will price match. So everybody wins, right?
Target is also going to do it.
Target also doing it. I think this is going to be the new trend because a lot of these are. I mean, how many times have you heard stories of people like they kick people out for taking pictures of products because they're showrooming?
Oh well.
Which just means, well, great, thanks. I'm still not going to shop at your place now.
Yeah. You kick me out, I'm just not going to come back.
That's going to make me come back. This is something a little more positive to hopefully bring the customers in. Have you guys? I guess I have a little bit. I completely price checked the Avengers DVD I picked up at Walmart this weekend to see if it was cheap enough that I should just wait 2 days and Amazon Prime it. It was like $2 difference. I'm like, I'm taking this home. I want to watch it. But
right, and that's the kids. That's the key here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not kid ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
The key here is whether or not you are willing.
Yeah.
In addition to whether or not the price difference is great enough that the waiting or shipping price makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, a lot of these places will do free shipping for all of Christmas. Or if you're a Prime subscriber, you get free shipping on everything like forever. Well, you had to pay for it at some point. I get that, but you had to pay $80, but you get that year round instead of just at Christmas time.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, you get 2-day shipping instead of whatever Super Saver shipping or whatever it is that they have. I'm enjoying the fact that the big box retailers like Target and Best Buy are saying, "All right. Well, guess what? This is not going away, and we're not just going to kick people out of the stores. If you find it cheaper, we'll match it, and thus you get it right now." That's awesome. That's competitiveness. That is a good thing. And by the way, Best Buy and Target still have two of the biggest shopping websites on the internet. Don't let them kid you. Come on.
Awesome.
Best Buy and Target would like you to believe that, well, we're just your local electronics and general store to go buy things. We're not those weirdos on the internet trying to sell you things. Meanwhile, go to Target.com for free shipping all Christmas season.
Yeah, exactly. But this is just another kind of good faith thing to keep people, keep people in the store. They're like, oh, I don't have to shop at Amazon. I can just go down and do my shopping, not have to deal with, the mailman and the thing doesn't come to my door and everything, even though it is cheaper. Or hey, I can get better prices. Do the people really I've never price matched anything. Do people think this happens?
Well, it happens all the time.
It must, because we keep hearing about it.
In a world where extreme couponing is a thing. Price matching.
One man goes to the customer service desk with his iPhone and gets a cheaper DVD. Is that how that works?
Yes.
Yeah.
But I mean, the only decision that comes to me when it's down to picking something up at a store or having it shipped to me is how soon do I need it?
Yeah, that's the thing. You know what I do? The only reason I've ever had to use the Best Buy thing is when I need that ink cartridge, and I need it now, and I want to make sure that it's going to be there.
Right.
And they don't have it down at Staples for whatever reason because they're out of the black ink, and I have to drive all the freaking way out, and I don't want someone to grab that last copy because it says it's available on the website. I am going to go ahead and purchase that thing and go get the damn thing because I'm assured of it. But
I mean,
that's still a horrible experience, by the way.
Right.
It's
with
still,
Assassin's Creed 3.
they're just I come to the store too soon to pick it up, and I confuse them. Seriously, I ordered the thing. There was something up with the car, so I had to take a train out. I had to freaking transfer. It took me like over an hour to get there, and they still didn't have my order through correctly, so they had to jump through some hoops, but I got it. It's like, seriously. Sorry. My little Best Buy fan.
Well, I don't like Best Buy for anything, so.
No, there's really not much worth going out there for, so.
But the whole thing with ordering Assassin's Creed, I got it through Amazon.
There you go. There's it'll be on my doorstep. I don't have to go stand in line.
Well, no, I wouldn't. Number one, I wouldn't have to stand in line anyhow because the exchange never has a line. Okay,
nobody knows it's there.
I know.
Amazing.
And there's two of them downtown. So
I saw they opened the other one.
Right.
That's the one that moved off of.
Right. So in
the
the
building
event,
is getting torn down.
In the event that there is a line at the one, there's not going to be a line at the other.
Excellent.
So I don't have to wait. But it comes down to how soon will I be able to play the game? Assassin's Creed comes out on a Tuesday. Where am I Tuesdays? I'm here Tuesdays.
Hi. Thanks for being here.
Right. I'm here. Right here. Tuesdays.
Right here.
So I can't
not
play the
playing
game.
his video game, not watching the presidential debates.
Right.
He's right here.
So I can't play the game Tuesday. So it doesn't matter how I go to pick it up. So it came down to whether or not I wanted to physically go get the game or just have it shipped to me. And I'm lazy. So since I don't need it because I can't play
What's
it.
the convenience for you?
Laziness.
Everybody. Okay. At least we're clear with that. All right.
Hey, I'm gonna put secrets out right now because I don't live there anymore, so I can do this. West Mifflin Best Buy used to have no lines for anything ever.
Yeah.
I'm putting it out there, kids. You just got my secret spot, the West Mifflin Best Buy. Although the Monroeville Best Buy, I bought an iPad the day it came out with no line, and they still had like of them on the shelf because no one knows the Monroeville Best Buy sells all of Apple's lineup.
I remember waiting in line for the Wii when that came out, and the PS3 also came out at the same time, and there was lines at the Best Buy and the GameStop and the Target, and the people at Best Buy got their tickets first and started trying to sell them to us for PS3s. Yeah.
Oh man, do you guys remember when when the Wii first came out and they were selling like Wiis on eBay for like
ridiculous
$1,000?
Ridiculous. You can buy it online without a giant
was
pack.
already out, I think.
Yeah, it was out for like a year.
And then when the PlayStation 3 came out, which wasn't long after, I think it was like a 6-month difference, maybe.
I really think nobody's going to stand in line for the Wii U, but that's a whole other conversation.
No. Well,
all right.
I remember there was a news story of a kid they interviewed in front of the Best Buy on McKnight Road, and he's standing there, and he's like got his money, and he's like, "Yo, we skipped school, we went extreme camping trying to get this money." PlayStation going straight on eBay, $600. Get at me. It was the funniest things ever. Alvin and Rayshawn. That's what it was. It was Alvin and Rayshawn outside the Best Buy on McKnight Road to get this money. $600 top dollar. That's what it was.
Oh, wow.
It was the funniest things ever Bobby. Because it was local Pittsburgh news. Normally that crap happens elsewhere. No, local Pittsburgh news got that one. I want to thank you, whichever local station interviewed those guys. I want to thank WTA.
Chill is in the chat room. He says, all my shopping is going to be at the Microsoft pop-up store in Ross Park Mall. I want to get up there. I did, like the time of year that I'm not going to get up the Ross Park Mall area, and they got this thing. I just need to wander my way up that way someday.
Let's just cancel everything we're doing right now and go.
There we go. Oh, they're going to close in like an hour.
We'll take the shows on the road.
All right. All right, we're going to halt there, and we're going to set up our other thing here.
What other thing?
I got a guy on the line.
Oh.
I did that when you weren't looking.
What the hell?
I remoted All
Is
right,
he set up for this?
I think he is set up. Can you hear us? I don't hear him. Is his audio up?
You're gonna have to walk me through this. I can't see.
Oh, you know what? Let me do it. Okay. Let me do it because I'm still logged in.
Make him bigger then.
All right, maybe I don't know if he hears us. Give me a thumbs up if you hear us. All right, that's a wave. Okay.
Okay.
Is his audio up?
I believe so.
That's the one I had you turn down because
I turned down a bunch of them.
he should be second from the right.
Yeah, he's up.
Are you with us?
I'm here.
Excellent.
You can hear me now?
I can. Let me make you go full screen here.
Hey, look at that.
There you are. You should be getting video back here. Chachi, the website to show off is pghgivecamp.org. If you can bring that up a little bit.
For this.
I know, a little bit on the fly, a little bit of test for you. I'm training him. So.
Man. Oh, might help if I go to the right website that you just told me. Okay.
pghgivecamp.org.
Yeah, I got it.
And what was the other one? Is it just givecamp.org for the national one?
The national one, right?
All right, I want to throw that out there just in case there's any non-Pittsburghers listening.
See? Look at that.
There it is.
I
All
did
right,
it.
toss it over to me. Hey, I know that video.
I did it.
Yeah, great video.
There we go.
Thank you. I subdued the cars passing as much as I could. So
You edited it very well also.
thank you. All right. Yeah, just put it on me. And all right. With us right now, we do have a guest this episode. With us is Irwin. Let me start that over again. What's that? What'd you turn down?
Me turning down.
Oh, because you're trying to just kind of buck off. All right, guys, with us right now, we do have a guest this episode. Irwin Hersh of PGH Give Camp joins us. We actually did a story a couple of weeks ago on Unsung that we threw in there talking with them. You got a big event coming up this weekend at PTI, the Pittsburgh Technical Institute. Why don't you tell us about it, man?
Yeah, we have about 26 software developers and web designers coming out to help 7 nonprofits, local nonprofits. We're going to build websites. We're going to create some, data entry apps, some web-based data entry apps, and Sunday afternoon we're going to turn over all the code to them. So it's going to be a pretty busy weekend.
Excellent. Now we talked about this a little bit when I talked with you a couple of weeks ago. Why this is actually your second year, I believe, with Pittsburgh Give Camp, bringing it here. How did you come across Give Camp, and why did you think this is a good thing to bring to Pittsburgh?
Well, it's been going on since about 2007. Mm-hmm. It started in Texas, and when I first encountered it, I was looking at a site. This Cleveland company has been running one in there for about 4 years now, and I thought, wow, that's really great, but there's no way I'm going to drive to Cleveland for it. So I called up some friends, and nobody wanted to do it, so I ended up doing it myself.
That's always the way, right?
Yeah. I was really trying to convince a couple of my better connected friends in the software industry that they really need to put this together and find a place to host it and collect all the sponsorships and get people to sign up. Mm-hmm. And they told me no way. So
so you went through with it, and here we are now, coming up this weekend. Now you guys, you said you're talking about doing the code, doing all this stuff. I mean, you guys are doing a lot of different platforms with this. Can you tell us a little bit about kind of what the goal is? I guess you're kind of like whoever shows up and what they're experts in, right?
Yeah, we need enough people to build a team, because it's not one person is going to be able to put an entire website together in a weekend, but we'll build teams of like 3 to 4 people, and we're doing everything from WordPress sites to some custom C# and ASP.NET development. Mm-hmm. We have there's also a Drupal site, it looks like, that we're going to put together. So everything goes basically.
Do you need graphics people?
We do. Yeah, we have a few of them signed up. I think there's probably about 5 or 6 designers that have signed up as just designers. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And we have like 7 teams. I think we could use another very experienced creative person.
Well, excellent. Well, I have to mention something to my students. I actually just started teaching down there at PTI. this week. So I'll put a word out for you there as well. So excellent. And it sounds like you guys got a lot of response since I last talked to you. How many nonprofits are involved now?
We have 7 lined up for the weekend, and we have 2 in the queue actually. So since you and I were last talked to each other, which I think we had 1 at that time, a few weeks later they just started really coming in, which is great. And we had a bunch more volunteers sign up, so we were ready to go. Awesome.
So, tell me what this is something like nonprofits. A lot of times, like I've talked with some people with some other stories, talking about how important it is that nonprofits get the technical, experience and services to kind of fill the gaps. Can you tell us about the importance, what you guys are delivering to these guys? With this service to get them on their feet on the web?
Everyone knows how expensive, consulting, software development consulting is. And not only that, but a lot of these nonprofits don't even have the technical experience to know where to start, hiring someone to take on a web-based data entry application, some kind of custom tool that's going to help them do their job better. A lot of them are still piecing together Excel spreadsheets as databases because that's what they know, and that's what they're focused on their mission, not getting some custom tool to make it easier. So where we come in is there's a lot of software developers and web designers that just want to give something back, and we want to use our skills to do it. And this is a great way for us to give back. Even the I'd say the medium-sized nonprofits that probably could afford a new website, that's still money that they're not using for their mission. And by us, taking them on over the weekend and putting up a website or building a tool for them, we're just, helping them to do what they need to do for the community.
Excellent. It sounds like a really good way for people to take their skills. Everybody's always talking about. We just had Dave Giving, of course, here in Pittsburgh. So something different than just throwing money at the situation. Actually applying, your skills to something like this. So I think it's really great. Again, tell people, where to find you guys.
So we're still accepting volunteers at Pittsburgh pghgivecamp.org. We're accepting volunteers and sponsors. We had to turn off the nonprofit submission form, but if you're a nonprofit and you still, you just want to get your name in the queue, you can come through our contact form, and we'll put you in the queue in case something happens, or we'll start talking to you about next year.
So they'll be on a waiting list.
Definitely.
Good problem to have, though.
Another thing, it's good to look at this from the developer's point of view also, not just, giving back is great, and there's a lot of benefit for all the nonprofits. But at the same time, last year we were, every one of the developers got to learn something too. You're working with new people. You're working on a nice, fresh project that is completely different than your day job. It's a chance for you to start something and see it get completed on, by Sunday and one weekend. A lot of times, you get involved in these long 6-month projects at work, and you just don't see you don't see them ever, see the light of day. So it's really nice and refreshing to be part of a project like this. If it's a technology that you don't know, I guarantee you by the end of the weekend, you will know WordPress, if that's what you want to know.
Nothing like going neck deep in a technology like that.
Right. Yeah. You were just being basically thrown in the fire. But the good thing is that there's experts around you. It's not just you going, oh no, where do I start? It's you and a small team, and someone on that team really knows what they're doing with WordPress. And if for some reason there's a bigger question that you can't get answered by your team, you've got 26 people, there over the weekend. At least half of them know WordPress. There's a handful of students from PTI that are going to be there. Mm-hmm. There are, a few students from other schools that are going to be there. So it looks great for their resume. Looks a lot better building a website for a nonprofit than some of those, school-based projects. Not that there's anything wrong with having a school-based project, in your resume whenever you're trying to build something. But to have some real world websites in your portfolio just makes it that much better.
Awesome. When I saw in the chat room, I wanted to give you a chance to tell me what this is. Chachi, if you can bring this up, probably about half a page up in the chat room. He's put a link in there.
I don't have the chat room.
You know the chat room up?
No.
Is it not coming up?
Right.
Okay. Well, tell us.
If you want to put it in the doc.
Oh yeah. I'll toss it over there. Tell us about this iPad case, and we'll get the visuals up when we were talking about.
I submitted that
earlier. Yeah.
I was listening in on the conversation, and someone was complaining that their Mac Pro was too big, and all they had was an iPad when they travel. So, if you don't have a Mac Mini, just attach a keyboard to your iPad.
Now this is pretty cool, though. Let's see if I can bring it up. There's a video here. All right, Chachi's going to bring it up. It's colorful. You can pick your color, even pink. It looks like. So AJ, you could accessorize with this thing.
I can.
Yes.
Awesome.
That was basically the first one that I found.
Oh, the Zag Pro. Yeah, my issue with these is that they don't incorporate a mouse, mostly because you have to the only thing you can do is jailbreak.
Yeah, it's not built in. Yeah. So,
yeah. The other thing is that it also makes sure. I actually had a customer who had these cases, and it makes the iPad very heavy and really thick. So you might as well just carry a laptop.
Pro.
Yeah, still lighter than a MacBook Pro. That's true. So, there's an option there for you guys. Yeah, and this looks like the kind of thing I'm seeing in coffee shops. So I think this is getting around a good bit. Again, $100. So I guess bulking at the keyboard price for the Surface. That's pretty much the median price to add on a keyboard to your tablet. So
you don't need the mouse because you can just reach forward and swipe across your iPad there, which apparently is what they want you to do on the Surface.
Yeah.
On these new touch laptops that are coming out, which seems a little odd to me. Although not for my 6-year-old. He's constantly walking up to my laptop and dragging his fingers across the screen, trying to make things move.
Does he play a bit with like a tablet or anything like that?
He's played with the iPad since he was 3.
So that's pretty much like the input he's knowledgeable on, right?
Absolutely. I mean, a mouse to him, and he knows how to use a mouse now.
Yeah.
We walked into the Apple store the day the first iPad came out, and he just picked it up and started playing with it. I mean, I didn't have to show him anything. He saw me playing with it, and we walked out of the store with an iPad.
I don't know how many times. There's a few times I walk into the one job where they have a nice 27-inch iMac, and I've seen fingerprints on it. I'm like, who is trying to slide to unlock on this giant thing? So, all right, thanks Irwin for joining us against pghgivecamp.org. Anything else you want to throw out there since we got you on?
Nope, that's it. Thanks for having me on. And I look forward to seeing anybody there if you want to come down and see how we're doing Saturday.
Awesome. Go check it out, guys. Again, AJ Koftek, he's at virtualpotholes.com. Coming at us from, I keep forgetting where the hell you are. Some holiday inn somewhere. So, hey, tell the people, you showed me the other day, I don't think it was this hotel room. What was that breakout box that you were showing me the one night?
Oh no, it was this one.
It was this one?
So this is something that's in my hotel room now.
Yeah, and then
so this is I'm actually plugged into it right now. But there's power, there's HDMI, I got VGA, I got like audio in, and this all goes to the TV.
That's amazing.
And this actually has a dock connector. This is a dock connector over here. I don't know where you would I don't know why you would use this because I don't know of any dock connector to dock connector cables. So that's what exactly what it is. It's just like a
straight iPhone dock connector.
Yeah, it says iPod, iPhone, iPad, and it has the dock connector.
And you can't just plug your iPhone into that, right?
Right. There's USB charging and data on here.
Huh.
So I don't know what you would use that for either. I'm trying to figure out what the data and the iPad ports are for, or the iPhone dock connector port is for, because it doesn't make any sense to me. But that's what's in. I've seen a number of those, not that specific one. I've seen a couple other ones. that are very similar because they don't want you monkeying around behind the TV.
Yeah. Because I was thinking like, oh, can I bring something to plug in? Like, can I bring my, I don't know, Roku box or something? I don't even think that would even work with the Wi-Fi or something.
I will say this: I have already considered the idea that I will likely be traveling during the month of November, and that I may want to play video games with my friends, so I may stick my Xbox in my car.
There you go.
Bring me when I travel, because most of the hotel rooms that I go to now, I'm not kidding, you have flat panel TVs.
Yeah.
That's now normal. That's not like hey, you got a nice upgrade. No, that's the normal now. Yeah. So it's got HDMI input, so I can plug in my Xbox into there and connect to the hotel internet.
And it's not nearly as hard to get to anymore because of how they're built. So excellent. Chachi, he's at insertcointobegin.com. At Chachi says on the Twitters. He tweets a whole lot.
I do.
Master
a
Twitter.
Lot.
Master Twitter.
Too much.
Yes.
Although, at the same time, not enough. My ultimate goal is to tweet more than Mikey per day, which is impossible.
Mikey and Big Bob.
Yeah. Impossible.
Dude, I wake up and I have like 10 tweets from him. It's ridiculous.
He tweets like 70 times a day.
Yeah.
And he's up
broke
at like
100,000 tweets.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I just can't. That's my ultimate goal. I'll never get there, but that's my ultimate goal. So
I just start making up words just so I can tweet something.
Yep.
All right, and of course I'm at sorgatronmedia.com for most of my projects here, so you can see what's going on. Please join the newsletter so you can get all the updates on podcasts and social media stuff and DVD releases, everything else going on here at sorgatronmedia.com. Please check out, we do have links over on the join us live.sorgatronmedia.com every week, 7 p.m. Eastern time. You can join us in the chat room, just like Hot Wheels, Chilla, Juggalo John, Tom Bobbitt, WrestleFan, all these guys. Bobby, don't forget Bobby. So go check that out. And again, please check the links. We got merchandise there, some t-shirts, mugs, stuff like that. We're on Stitcher. We're on all that stuff. Contact at awesomecast.com.
How big are the mugs?
I don't know. I haven't bought one yet, but I'm probably going to get a couple and get them around the studio when I get a chance.
Are they like, because if they're super big mugs,
there's a couple different ones. Well, I got the one up, and I think it's maybe more coffee cup-ish. But then there's like this bigger silver one, but I couldn't get the logo applied because it's a different kind of file.
I want a coffee.
I mean, it's all through Spreadshirt.
I want a coffee cup, but I want it like 2 or 3 times.
You want like the 64-ounce coffee cup, right?
No.
The 32?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But with that, guys, thanks a lot. It's the Awesome Cast. We'll see you guys next week. Thanks to our awesome chat room been hopping all night. You've been our awesome audience. Have an awesome week.
We're getting awesome, yeah, that's what I said.